it's the kind of conversation everybody has to have at some point in their life. So, we can't really talk about financial stability and not get into the kind of platforms out there that allow people to search for multiple loans. Anyway, let's talk about today's topic. We have a large emergency personal loan in under 1 minute, and you can get that through a platform called Monevo. And you can borrow up to $100,000, and the minimum FICO 475. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome Suited Kiwi Show. How are you today? I hope you're all doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous, if you were to ask me. If you are doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. In today's conversation, I want to speak to you about a platform called Monevo, Money Evolved. And we have a large emergency personal loan in under 1 minute. The platform is so easy. You can get a loan. You can actually start the loan application and finish it in under 1 minute. And when we speak about Monevo, so we're going to talk about the overview, the features, the pros and cons, the pricing, the application process, and other key information. And we'll give you our score. When you think about Monevo, I want you to think about two entities. So you have the Monevo Credit Platform, which is an entity that helps lenders and other institutions manage their personal credit platforms and APIs. So they have solutions for partners, so the fintechs, the comparison sites, the banks, the personal finance managers, and for credit providers, they have online lenders, credit card providers, and banks and micro lenders. They have a complete suite of services. And they have a great feature rich and flexible constellation of services in terms of not only how they do the back end, but also the front end, how they use machine learning and artificial intelligence to help their partners make decisions. All right. Now, you don't care about that, but I needed just to get it out of there. I just need to say it. What you care about is the Monevo personal loans. So this is actually the second entity that we want to talk about today. And you got to go to the platform called monevo.us. Okay. And this is a great place, folks. Here you can have an easy application. You'll receive real-time offers. And we love the fact that it's very easy to use, very fast. And you actually so Monevo is a loan matching platform. It is not a direct lender, very important to specify that. And it is a loan matching platform, and they work with up to 30 lenders. Okay, on the platform, you can borrow from zero all the way to $100,000, and APRs will range from 3 to 35.99%. And in some cases, there are fees. And Monevo US is operated by Monevo Incorporated, and they are located in California. And you can see on the screen right now that they are actually licensed by the California Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California financial law. So their licensing number, for those who are interested, is 60DBO71792. I'm just saying this because I'm just trying to specify the fact that Monevo is a legit company. All right, legit company. All right, let's talk about the features. So when you go on the platform, there are a lot of features that you might be interested in. Okay, so it's very easy to use. I said that before. It offers, it's very straightforward. It asks for basic information, and what it does is that it pre-approves you. So based on the information that you enter, the application will let you know. And again, the maximum amount we're talking about today is $100,000. Okay, with Monevo, the amounts are very humongous, and I think it's great. So based on the info you enter in the system, it will match you with some lenders, so you will see some pre-qualification offers. And all of this, I need to specify it. They're not going to do a hard pull. They're just doing a soft pull based on your social, based on your address, based on your employment history, all that kind of stuff. So don't worry about your personal credit score, going down simply because you're applying through Monevo. One thing I also want to say here is that when we think about Monevo, you have to think about the fact that they're very fast. That's number one. But number two, you're basically sacrificing a bit of your privacy. In other words, you're giving them your private data because they are a loan matching marketplace. I mean, only the Lord knows what they're doing with that data. Of course, they'll be telling you, hey, we don't sell your private data, we don't do anything. But who really knows? I mean, we've seen so many reports about those platforms selling clients' data that you really don't have, we have no idea. Of course, we have no proof to say that they're doing it, but the thing is how they make money. They're making money simply from the fees that the kickbacks they're getting from lenders. I doubt it. I think there is more to it. But again, we have no proof. It's just our own speculation and also based on the reports we have read in the press. All right. And when you think about Monevo, I want you to also think about the features that are important. So it is free. There's no obligation. It has no impact on your credit score. Very important. So you have a soft pull, not a hard pull. You have a quick online decision, less than 1 minute. You actually receive personalized loan offers, which is based on your information. You have a safe and secure process. That is true. Their technology is very secure. That's for sure. And you can receive your money quickly and easily. Okay, based on the information you enter in the system. And we're talking here about a maximum loan amount of $100,000. Let me dig a little deeper here in terms of the pros and cons of Monevo. So when we think about Monevo, what are the things you need to think, the benefits and the drawbacks? The benefits, you can receive large loan amounts. Remember, up to $100,000. You don't have a lot of platforms out there, and the Lord knows we have reviewed hundreds of platforms out there, and you rarely have loan amounts that go all the way to 100G. So that's the first thing. And you also have easy to compare results. So when you have the results are presented to you in a very easy to understand manner. You can see the APR, you can see the amount that you qualify for, you can see all the things. So it's pretty good. And on Monevo, another pro is that you have a fast and easy application process. You receive real-time offers, right? So you don't have to actually receive some kind of generic offers that you sometimes see on other platforms. I'm not naming names here, but we do know them. And you have a soft pull. You can't get better than that, folks, because the applications will not impact your credit score. So you have a soft pull, and it's free to use, okay? And you also have secure personal data. What about the cons? So the cons, based on our analysis, you kind of have a limited list of lenders. So they have less than 30 lenders. And the thing is that, based on our analysis again, we've seen that some of their lenders are also loan matching marketplaces, for example, SoFi. So the thing is, where are they really getting the data from? So my point is, if you as a loan matching marketplace are also counting another marketplace as your lender, you kind of wonder if they're reaching out to direct lenders. And the real concern here is your data being sold. Again, but this is just, we have no proof, but this is the thing, because if a service is free, you got to ask yourself, where are they getting the money? And in some cases, the personal data of consumers is the commodity they're using to get the cash. So you have a limited list of lenders. So some lenders are excluded. Rates are high on some offers. And this is not really the best option for all loan purposes, especially if you have excellent credit or you have a good credit. You are in the 700s up there. There are other platforms you might want to think about. For example, SoFi, for example, Lending Tree, Lending Club, and so on and so forth. And the last drawback here is that you'll probably get solicited. Again, as I said, simply when you submit the application, they ask you to check the box. Even if you uncheck the box where you say, I consent to receiving mails and offers, even if you uncheck that, you will be receiving stuff. This is just how the game works. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of the Awesome City Kiwi Show. We are still having a conversation about Monevo, and you can get a large emergency personal loan in under 1 minute, up to $100,000. And let me talk to you about pricing. Now, pricing, when we think about Monevo, again, it is free. It is completely free for borrowers to use. As a borrower, you're not paying anything. Now, our analysis is, and the way this thing works in the industry, is that they're probably getting a kickback from the lender. They're getting a commission, okay? But as a borrower, you're not paying any single penny to be matched with multiple loan offers on the site. Okay. And one thing that I also want to say here is that in terms of pricing, APRs on the site range from 3.49% all the way to 35.99%. And there are some fees depending on the lender, so you have to be aware of that. What about the application process? Application process is pretty fast, pretty straightforward, and we are going to show you right now how you can do it. So you can see on the first screen, I'm just going to walk you through the standard application process. Please remember that all the information that we put here are fictitious, right? Don't it's you have to customize based on your own needs. So on the first screenshot here, you have to put the loan amount, the purpose, and your personal FICO score. Next, you need to choose the loan purpose carefully. So you have expenses that run the whole gamut from auto lease, buyout, and debt consolidation to wedding, engagement, and cosmetic procedures. And the thing is that, so you have the drop down menu there, the drop down list. If you don't see the type of loan that is applicable to you, you want to choose other. Next, you want to put your first and last names, and then your date of birth. Again, the info we have here on the screen is fictitious, and you have to put your email, your phone, your residential address. You have to inform them whether you rent or own, and the rent or mortgage amount. Very important, because the lender needs to know your DTI, your debt to income ratio, and the time that you spent at that address. Next, you have to say whether you are employed or no, pre-tax income, your social security number, your employer name, the time that you spent at this employer, your pay frequency, and your vehicle ownership status, as well as your highest education level. And then you have to specify that you agree to receive solicitations. That's what I was telling you. If you don't want it, you can simply uncheck this part, and you click on Get Results, and you'll see a result display here. All right. So what I'm trying to say here, once you have the list of pre-qualifications, you have 7 to 14 days to review them. Okay. And after that, you can choose. And one thing for sure, your personal credit will not be impacted. Okay, this is just a soft pull, no hard pull. Now, when you decide to go further and get the loan per se, that's when the lender that you choose will have to do a hard pull. Let me actually talk to you a little bit about other key data. So when we think about Monevo, what are we talking about here in terms of customer service and support? Now, their customer service is a little lethargic. In our view, it's a little limited. The reason is that you can only contact them through snail mail. In other words, their postal mail. You send an email to their geographic location, or through email. So their email is supportusa@monevo.com. So they kind of feel like, the thing here is that if you want to speak with a real person, it's a little tough. It's a little tough. You're gonna have to contact them. We didn't see any phone number online for them. And the thing here is that you have to email them, and they'll let you know what kind of number you can contact them at. And based on the region you are, one thing I need to specify here is that Monevo is available in the UK, in the United States, in Australia, and Poland. So based on where you're located, obviously you're in the US, they will let you know which number you have to call, but it's not readily available on the site. And there is no FAQ or knowledge database. Okay, so from that point of view, we think they could do better. Monevo, if you're listening to this review, please do better there, because your competitors, we're speaking Prosper, we're speaking SoFi, we're speaking Lending Club, we're speaking Fiona. They're doing a lot better than you guys. Your website right now is a little simplistic in our view, and you can beef it up. Please beef it up. And in terms of security, nothing to say. Fantastic. All right, their data security is fantastic. The customer security is excellent. So Monevo, great job on that level. What about the mobile accessibility? There is, as of the date of this show, there is no mobile app for Monevo. Okay, having said that, their website is mobile friendly. You can actually make the application fast, very simple, but there is no app. And in terms of alternatives to Monevo, if you want to dig a little deeper and you haven't found your luck with Monevo, you can try Prosper, for example. which is another P2P lending platform that connects borrowers to lenders. And the loans there range from 2 grand to 40 grand. Then you have a lending club. Here the loan range from 1,000 to 40 grand. Then you have SoFi. Also here the loan are pretty generous here. They range from $5,000 to $100,000. And then you have Fiona. And so Fiona is very much like Monevo in that it's not exactly a lender, but more of a lending aggregator, a loan matching marketplace. All right. So this is those are the alternatives there. So our score. So before I give you the score, let's just have a general conversation here. The question is Monevo right for you? Now, it really depends on where you are financially in your life right now, what kind of needs you have. Obviously, if you have an emergency, you are looking for a loan quickly, then you might want to think about Monevo or Fiona because some other platforms take longer. Even if you go to a regular credit union or bank, it basically takes longer. So to answer the question, obviously you got to be 18 years old, right? Or 19 in Alaska or Nebraska. You have to be a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident of the states. And you got to have a bank account, and you got to have a credit score that is at least 475. All right. Now, in terms of whether or not you want to use the platform, it depends on the credit score you have. It depends on your comfort, your level of comfort with sharing your data. So again, I said you can uncheck when you're about to submit the application. You can uncheck the box where it says, do you consent to us sharing your data with third parties? You can uncheck that, but even if you uncheck it, based on our experience, and we have tested this several times, they still send you solicitations. So if you're comfortable with that, it's okay, you can use them. And also you have to ask yourself how quote unquote desperate you are. In other words, have you been rejected on other platforms? Have you been denied on other platforms? If you have been, and Monevo is kind of like the last resort for you, then I'll say go ahead and use it. All right. But if you are not desperate, if it's not really urgent, then there are other platforms. As I said, you have Prosper, you have Lending Club, you have SoFi, you have Fiona. They're more advanced in our view. Again, in our view. So, bottom line is that when searching for a loan, there are a lot of things you got to think about. And based on our analysis, we actually scored Monevo in terms of interest rate 8/10, ease of use 10/10, perfect score, loan availability 8/10, because again, like I said, they only have 30 lenders, and some of those lenders are themselves loan aggregators. And the cost 10/10 because it's free for you. Customer service, we gave them 8/10 because again, it's a little lethargic there. It's a little inactive. There's no phone number on the site. We have to contact them for them to give you the phone number, and there's no FAQ. There's no database. There's no blog. The site itself looks very simplistic compared to their competitors. But the technology is good, 9/10. So our overall score of Monevo, 8.5/10. Thank you so much for your attention, folks. We really appreciate it. I will see you next time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.